Hey, welcome to Season 3 of The Sales Factory. I'm your host, Coach Carroll. I hope this audio finds you doing well, no matter where you're at in the world. I know we are expanding our listener base every single day, and I'm grateful and honored that you would invest your time with me and allow me to pour some knowledge into your business. It's my goal to help entrepreneurs all around the world, and the podcast is just one of our ways that we do that. Also provide coaching and consulting and speaking, but the podcast is an awesome way for you to get granular tactics so that you can implement them and grow your business so that you can live out your dreams and work more efficiently. So without further ado, here's this episode of The Sales Factory. Listen to me. Business is hard. You're going to fall. You're going to scrape your knee. You're going to get cuts. But what's the neosporin in business that we can use to help us heal faster, right? That's the whole point of those types of ointments, or I guess that's what they're called. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, right? I'm a sales guy. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm just like you, but you get the basis of this, right? Like the neosporin, you go out, you cut your arm, or you get a paper cut, or something happens, and it's like, oh, it's not bad. You don't need stitches, but you need to put something on it so that it can heal faster, right? And in business, for entrepreneurs and for salespeople and sales-driven people and the people that are just in the thicket, right? Where I don't know if you've ever been hunting or not, but like when you get in what they call the thicket, there's just like briars and all kinds of stuff. So like you're walking through and it's snagging your clothes, it's scratching your hands. Entrepreneurship and sales is a lot like that, right? You're going to get cuts and scrapes and scratches, right? Prime example, here's one. You make a cold call, you get hung up on. That's a scratch, right? Maybe you've had an account for a long time and you lose it. That might be a cut. But none of these are going to hold you back indefinitely, right? And so I want to teach you what I call the neosporin, so to speak, for failures. And it's really in your mind. Mental health is huge for entrepreneurs because we're under intense amounts of stress, right? Like the levels are just off the charts. Most normal people, right? Normal people would not be able to handle running their own business, trying to grow a company, sell a product, raise capital for an idea. They just can't do it. That's why 80% of businesses fail, right? I didn't make that up. That's a Labor Bureau statistic. Like that's the government keeping track going, listen, 8 out of 10 people that try fail. And yet as entrepreneurs, we press on, right? Because we have these big dreams, these big goals, these big ideas, ambition, and tenacity to keep moving forward, right? But as we go down that journey, we're going to fall. We're going to fall and cut our knee and scrape up. And so the neosporin is in the mindset. It's in your ability to not be affected by those cuts, those scrapes, those wounds, right? Because here's where most people fail when you're doing cold calling. They're going to make 5 cold calls. They'll make 10 cold calls. They maybe even get to 15, right? My studies show that you should be able to do 18 to 20 cold dials in an hour, right? With a couple meaningful conversations out of there. Now, you have to understand that if you have more meaningful conversations, you'll do less dials because it takes up your time, right? But what happens is they get to call like number 3, number 4. Somebody's just like, I'm talking having a bad fucking day. And you just get it, man. Like, maybe the lady got yelled at by her husband and she's like thinking about divorcing this guy and leaving. And now you're calling in to offer your service, your idea, your product, whatever your offering is. And you just get the bad end of that stick. It happens. But you can't let that affect you, right? Our mindset has to be able to handle that those cuts, those scrapes, those scratches. And the way that you do that is to recenter yourself. So I'm going to give you guys a tactic, a thing that you can use, right? A thing. I like giving you things because that means it's something that you can implement right now in your life. As soon as you're done listening to this podcast, you can put it in to your life and you'll be better for that. Okay. So here it is. Every morning, You need to get set in your mind and in your ambition and in your direction that you want to move for the day. It doesn't take a long time, maybe 10 minutes. And listen, if you're going to tell me you don't have 10 minutes to spend in the morning, I'm going to ask you, what kind of life are you living? What kind of life are you living that you can't take 10 minutes to get your mindset right in order to grow, in order to prosper faster, right? I'm trying to get you to the money and to the success faster. And you do that through your mental cognition, your ability to train your mind that these things are going to happen, okay? So we set the intentions in the morning. And what I do with that is I do my priming exercise that I learned from Tony Robbins. I read my goals. I read my introduction to the world. I get me a good workout in. And now I'm all primed up and ready for the day, okay? But here's where most people, they're like, all right, coach, I can get that, right? I can do my morning routine. But the challenge is, what happens in the middle of the day? What happens at 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock is like the dreaded time during the day. That's when most salespeople completely check out. And it's because they need that Neosporin. They need to heal those cuts faster, right? They've been beat up all day long and they've not done anything to reboot their system. And so if your eyes are on a computer and it's open and your mind's processing, I want you to just take 5 minutes to go lay down somewhere. Maybe it's on a couch. Maybe it's in the floor. Find somewhere to go completely horizontal. You have to lay completely down, stretch your hands over your head, right? So you're fully extended out. And I just want you to focus on your breathing for 5 minutes. 10 minutes if you got it, but 5 minutes will do. If you can take 5 minutes just to close your eyes, stretch your body out, and breathe. Focus on your breathing. It's amazing. When I started studying yoga and meditation, it was amazing how much of that is centered around our breath. And there's a quote that says, if you can change your breath, you can change your life. And so I want you to focus on your breathing because that will recenter you. And I want you to think about, what's that goal? What's that huge goal that you have that you're going towards, your purpose, your why in life, right? And for that 5 minutes, that 10 minutes, tell yourself it's okay to take the break. Tell yourself that it's okay to heal your cuts, to heal your failures, like the calls that didn't go okay. The challenge is we don't do this often enough, right? So then we take 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 2 months without doing anything like this. We don't ever focus on and I can tell you this because I've been there. This is how I used to operate, and it was insane, the levels of stress that I had to deal with. And here's the other thing. I'll give you the quick tip on this, is you can only handle so much. You only have so much white space. And so if you don't heal these cuts, if you don't repair your mind and your mindset in the middle of the day, every single day, it's going to cause you to have panic attacks. It'll cause you to slip into depression. It will cause you to have anxiety. That's where all this stuff comes from. It's you're not releasing any of this tension from your body and from your mind. So that's the Neosporin for failures. When something bad goes down, right? Like if something really, really bad happens, maybe you lose a company, like I'm talking huge stuff, the Neosporin is always going to be in your mindset. That's going to be your fast track to healing so that you can get back out there, get back to hunting, back to succeeding, back to chasing your dreams. Hey, it's Coach Carroll. Thanks so much for listening in to the Sales Factory podcast. Congratulations, you made it through another episode and you didn't fall asleep. No, just kidding. I hope you're really enjoying this. I enjoy putting this together for you, and it really helps me fulfill my purpose in life and to contribute back to entrepreneurs just like myself. So if you got any value out of this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and please leave us a review. It'll help us to reach more people, which is awesome because the more people we can help, the better off, right? And just want to say again, congratulations. I honor your commitment to grow as a person, to grow as an entrepreneur so that you can provide for your family and for your own dreams and your community. And until next time, here's to your success.